Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you for being here. Let's share the screen and see what's up. Here comes Jackson. Jackson, what are you doing? What is going on, Jackson? All right, you have a full bowl of food over there, Jackson. You just go get your food. All right, let's look at the market here. Oh, boring day in the market. I laid down to try to take a nap, but I couldn't fall asleep, so I decided to get up and do this show. It's just a boring. Excuse me. It's just a boring day. Excuse me. Pardon me. Just a boring day. So the SPY or S&P is up 16 basis points. NASDAQ is up. What's the NASDAQ up? Well, it looks like maybe the internet quit working or something. Anyway, whatever. It's a good day for the internet to quit working because there's nothing going on. All right, so let's look at the diversified divas. We'll go back to the charts in a second. Hey, Marcus, we'll go back to the charts in a second and see if they're working. The diversified divas, the worst one is, or the worst behaving one the past 3 months and coming up on 4 months, 3.5 months. ULTY is down 37%. My favorite one, Blocks, is down 31%. LFGY down 26, WPay down 22, Alt-Y down 19, GPTY down 12. My other favorite one, K-Yield, down 13. QLDY is another one that it's a good one. Has potential. It's down 7. Everything's down. Basically, everything is getting killed. So let's look at the daily percent change. Well, you could see the day didn't look as bad as it did this morning. This morning looked worse. We rallied into the close. And we would have seen that had this come up. But for whatever reason, this isn't working. Maybe it's because, well, anyway, we'll look at that in a little bit. All right, so let's look at, okay, we had earnings. Do we have any earnings today after the bell? Palo Alto Networks. I didn't do any content. I mean, I didn't do any content on any of these. I did a trade in Solar Edge and gave it to the guys in my Discord, and Walmart, a trade idea. I tried to make some content, but no one would have watched it. It sucked. It was no good. Trust me, I saved you guys from having to watch it. All right, so for tomorrow, so it's too late to do anything about these. But tomorrow, if you guys want to, tell me one of these, and we'll put together a trade in Dash or Carvana or Coke or Fig. Fig might be one that Figma might have some option volume and stuff. Booking sometimes does, but it used to just be so expensive to do booking, to trade booking. It used to be really expensive. I haven't traded in years. I don't know what it said. Don't really care. eBay, Cheesecake Factory, yeah. Walmart's before the open Thursday, so anyway, all right, I joined this. I joined this for a month just because I was going to start doing option content again. And even after joining this to make option content, and I made a video and it sucked so bad. So now I have this for a month anyway. So we could screen for cover. We could do, I mean, you could do anything you want. I'll share. Maybe I should just give my, let one of you guys that can use this trade, use it for a month. But, I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff. I think I was scanning for, like I said, when I was trying to make videos, I was trying to find a pretty something to talk about. But oh gosh, I already paid for it. Maybe I'm logged out or something. I don't know. Yeah, there I am. Hi, Max. Yeah, that's how I got my Solar Edge. I mean, here's how you can see what happens during earnings. Look, here's the IV in Solar Edge going back, 3 months or whatever. 90, 80, 80, 70, 70, 90, 100. And then earnings come up. Earnings are today or Yeah, today. Earnings come up, and the week or two before earnings come up, they jump, or they go back up from 70 to 80, 90, even to 100 that side. That's the reason why people like to play earnings. You try to sell this implied volatility when it's high, and then hopefully hopefully whatever trade you do doesn't get blown out by how far the stock moves one way or another after earnings, which is definitely a possibility. But if you can get one where the stock doesn't move that much and you've sold some options, volatility crushes, and you have a little edge, I mean, it's a solid idea. It's a solid idea. All right, so this bar chart Premier is really good. I probably shouldn't have bought it. I really was going to try to do some option videos, but I promise it sucked. All right, so top cover call ideas. This is what I was thinking I could do to cover call ideas every day or something, run a screener, but there's no good ideas in here. I mean, I did find an idea in Solar Edge, but I didn't like it, so they ended up just doing my own idea and then just showing it to you guys. I didn't like their idea. But in theory, the way this works, I don't like going out so far. I like going out between 2 and 10 days, something like that. You can set a minimum volume, a minimum open interest. Moneyness, we like out of the money. Delta, bid price. Let's see what this does. No symbols are found that matches that one. All right, well. Yeah, Solar Edge is number one on this screener. And well, that's what I did. I mean, the screener turned over that it was insane option prices. I just didn't use their trade, is what I was trying to say. But this trade is you buy the stock and sell a 40 strike call. The 40 strike call was going for $1.74. And then after earnings, the whole idea is that thing ought to be worth about half as much. The problem is, unless whatever happens with earnings makes the stock go up, 10, 20%. So you could do a risk reversal or something, but then and you'll still be all right. But then the problem is if the stock goes down 20%, you just spent, anyway, you lost a ton of money just trying to make 50 cents on an earnings trade. Lemonade, 70 strike you could buy the stock at 65, sell the 70 strike option for. I'm sure you guys all know this stuff, so it's not a big deal for you guys. All right, but anyway, I mean, the one thing that's good about this, and I should have just left it as the way it was, is the option market. Hey, Jax, what's up? Is the option market overview. I love this, but it's free. But this is incredible. Like unusual option activity and top cover call ideas. Now you can't use the scanner though. That's why you need to sign up. If you don't use the scanner, it's most of the ideas they give you don't expire for 58 days. 58 days is too far away from it. They did do one short-term one on GOSS, but it's just a $3 stock. I'm not going to mess with that. I think Cypher has earnings coming up. Maybe this might interest somebody. That if you could buy Cypher at 1564, at least you could today, sell the 20 strike call. Can you really do that? Could you sell the 20 strike call for $14? Okay, now that's obscene. There's no way that's right. There's no way that's right. Well, how many days out was it? That's what oh no, it was 3 days out. Yeah. Was it? Oh no, 58 days out. Okay, well that's why you can sell it for so much. You have to wait 58 days. I mean, it's still a lot of money. I mean, but anyway, all right. Well, what's this CBUS on unusual option active? Oh, it's cheap though. CBUS is a CBUS. What is this? What's going on with this one? On something that's at $3, don't even mess with options. Just go buy the damn stock. It doesn't expire. And I wouldn't even sell calls on something like this because it's a $3 stock. I mean, just buy this and hold this and go sell calls on the SPY or something. Or on the Qs or something. I mean, I don't even know what this is, but some kind of micro cap. This is the thing that could be 10 next year or 0, and it wouldn't be surprising. And it's a 3 right now. So anyway, back to the option market overview. Like I say, the option market overview is free, and this is a good. You can't reset their filters and stuff, but this is a good source for information. There's Wolf. Wolf's a really popular one. 58 days is just too far for me. Hey, Mark. We got Mark. We got Skeptic. We got William. And we got Mr. Allen. Thank you for being here. Oh, look, I'll check out that mate ETF. That RVI, saw it, but I did see it. I did see it, but I forgot what I thought about it. We can look at that again. But yes, I absolutely saw it. I think I gave it a thumbs up or whatever to let you know I'd taken a look at it. But all right. Let's go to the index buffer report. Look at this over in Spyland. TSYX was up the most. That's good. FEET was up the second most. FEET's still a terrible ETF, but I'm glad to see it's up. XDTE is up. YSPY's up and beating the parent, as is SPY-T. The best looking one is definitely TSYX. Of course, they have leverage, so we probably just ought to compare TSYX with the boosted NEOS ones. But I don't think I have the boosted NEOS ones on here yet. So I need to add them into the mix. Anyway, let's see what else is doing well. ZVol is killing it. Now on the bad side today, of course, ULTI down 3.2, blocks down 1.8, LFGY down 1.4, K-yield down 1.3. And what was I harping on this morning? Everyone hates Alti, but it does protect capital on the way down a lot better. And it's still not but the problem is you still don't want it. You want Alti during a risk-on environment. Who cares if it protects capital a little better? But you definitely don't want ULTI or blocks or these other dogs in a risk-off environment. But the thing is, you never know when it's going to switch from risk-off to risk-on. So that's why it's always good just to stay allocated. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Hopefully you have something that's going well for you. For a while, K Gold and K Silver, the only things holding up my portfolio. But now the only thing that's holding up my portfolio is the inverses and ATTR, because all my stuff is going down. Anyway, we're going to look at Mate, Allen, and I2. I like I2, and it's a cool ticker also. It's a cool ticker. All right. Let's look here at the Yield Max Buffer Report. Who cares about yield? I don't even care about that stuff. All right. So, I care about yield max. I don't care about single stocks. I mean, you might as well throw, if you know what single stock's going to go up, just buy the damn single stock. I don't see why people mess with these, with the income funds on single stocks. It just adds a huge other element of risk. I think that's what index funds are made for, like SPY-I, Triple QI, even things like ULTY or K-yield or blocks or whatever. It's better to sell, in my opinion, better to sell premium on a basket than on a single stock. Okay, so let's look here at FinBiz. And I want to see what Alan was talking about. So all right, let's see. Mate. Alan said it's good for this type of environment. So what is this called? A man active trend. Okay. I love the word trend enhanced. It just sounds cool. And I love the word that has trend because it implies to me something that's going to be following momentum or trend following. I think that's important. So let's see what this darn thing. Let's just go look at the prospectus, or not the prospectus. Let's go look at the web page. Hopefully the web page will explain enough. We won't have to look at the prospectus. The investment objective is capital growth. So it's not an income fund, so it won't go on the daily factor, but it doesn't mean that I'm not interested in thinking about it. So it seeks to diversify without compromising growth. Okay, for every $1, this is a stacking fund. Check this out. For every $1 invested, the fund delivers equal exposure to the beta of an additional $1 to the alpha. Oh, I see. So they're going to layer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So you're going to, it's double leveraged. It's double leveraged. Additional $1 to alpha, to an alpha strategy. Okay, so you're going to have, I don't know, it looks like to me like you're going to have the index because it pairs $1 of market exposure, beta exposure, which is, that implies the SPY. So sure enough, pairs S&P 500 with uncorrelated alpha component. I don't know that I'd call an alpha uncorrelated. I mean, when the SPY does better, trend following does better. When the SPY does, well, I don't know. That is true, though. A good trend following system can also make money on the way down, which breaks its correlation to the SPY. That is, and that's the whole idea about how CTA systems and commodity trading advisors and and other things work. Hang on, let's see. Did I get a no. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting, Alan. I mean, so let's just look at mate versus SPY. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. It's double leverage though, so it's not a fair comparison. So what we need to do is mate versus what's the SPY double leverage one? Is it I used to know this. Is it SH? I think it's SH, which sounds crazy. But let me see here. No, maybe not SH. But it's something very, yes. Okay, well, that's the short. Okay, that's, well, of course, short. So there's a long one too. That's like double leverage long. Double long, let's see, double line. Well, you could just, I guess you could look at TQQQ. Now that's triple leverage based on a different index, but it's a closer comparison than this is going to be. Well, hang on. My bad there, my bad. But yeah, this looks interesting, Alan. This looks interesting. A leverage works both ways, and the NASDAQ selling off has hurt this index. If we were able to put a double leverage SPY up there, it'd probably be pretty dang close to looking like that. Anyway, but yeah, that's definitely interesting. That is definitely interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's see. Marcus wants me to let's look at RVI really quick. He's asking if I saw his post, which I did. I didn't react to it other than giving a thumbs up. Maybe it's something that's coming out. Yeah, evidently it's something that's coming out. Okay. Hey, William, working on your second retirement. I hear that. I'll look at I2 also. I can't get into the freaking Discord on this computer. All right. Locked out of Discord. Anyway. All right, let's look at I2 for William. ITWO. ProShares Russell 2000 High Income ETF. I mean, this one can go on the max factor and is on the max factor as it pays a 10% yield. Anything 5 or above could be in the max factor. So let's do it this way though. IT. All right, so I just compared it with the Russell. So it doesn't look real impressive compared to the Russell. It has a cool name though. Maybe let me do it like this. I don't think that was right. Don't disregard that chart. Okay, here, yeah. It's doing fine. It's tracking the Russell just fine, just like all of these do. I mean, these because these ones I bet it uses. Is this ProShares? Let me see. ProShares. Okay, yeah, this does 0 DTE options. However, they do kind of a strategy, and I made a critical video of this when it first came out, and I was wrong. Not of this one, but of iSpy. Because what they do is they write options, but they write an option that's like way. Jackson, what are you doing? Are you all right, buddy? All right, let me see your toy. Let me see your toy. Come on, let me see it. Let me see, Jackson. Come here. Let me see. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Come here. Come here. Good boy, Jackson. I was trying to get him to make an appearance, but he's getting smart about avoiding the camera. All right. Anyway, so this and I looked the other day, they still do this. They write options that are way far out of the money, like not a 30 delta, not a 20 delta, not a like a 5 delta. They get like $1 for it. And I thought it was the stupidest strategy ever. Well, it shows what I know. These things do fine. It's so far out of the money. Yeah, it doesn't get much premium, but they can do it every day. And they aren't that capped that much. It's literally like 2% out of the money. So yeah, they're capped on like the 3% up day. So no, it's actually not the worst. These are actually not the worst plans. So let's look at iSpy. They show you which options they write. They do it through leaves, but they still show you which one, or not through leaves. They do it through whatever swaps, but they show you which one it would have been, which one's represented. So yeah, these, I mean, these do a good job, just like everything. They underperform the parent, and that doesn't surprise us. They give you just virtually no protection on the way down because the premium is so tiny. You know, it's kind of the opposite of way YieldMax works. YieldMax gives you good protection on the way down by virtue of the giant premium because you're selling, you know, the huge premium closer to the money. But you could, these almost give you just virtually no protection. But, you know, but anyway, so let's look at it this way. Like on this, like check this out. Okay, so check out iSpy. So here it is. So it's a 69.60 is the strike price. That was at the open. That was 1.81% out of the money. That's what 101.81 means. It's 100 is at the money, so it's, you know, way out of the money. So they're capped, but only on days the market goes up more than 1.8%. It's not that big of a deal. It's still, you could see it still cost them over. There's no free money, so there's no way you can perform as well when you're capping yourself because there's no free money. Not even if you use a call spread, even though a call spread partially uncaps yourself too. There's not free money. You aren't going to like make extra, you know. But you can do pretty well. I personally don't know if I don't like the plan where you write for a higher yield and give yourself some downside cushion. Now, the problem is you're going to have more NAV problems with the higher yield. Remember, the yield's a tax on the upside. So if you do a higher yield option, you're going to have to, you may have to reinvest some of it. You may have to realize, hey, all of this money isn't really mine, isn't really spendable. With this one, I bet you could just basically spend it all because it's so far out of the money that you aren't capping yourself that much. But I mean, so let's see what their last dividend was on these guys. Anyway, I2 does the same thing iSpy does. I know you asked about I2 But I want to look at iSpy because people are more familiar with how the SPY trades and how far out of the money that was. So they paid a 22-cent distribution. Is this weekly or monthly? It's probably monthly, right? So what's 22 times 12? It'd be 220 plus, so it'd be 244 or 288. No, it'd be 44. Yeah, 222, 246 or something. No, 266. Anyway, it's 266. I think this costs $25, so it's about a 10% payer. So, you know, that's good. That's good. We could compare it with something like, well, I put iSpy up there. We could compare iSpy with something like JEP-I. You know, they both pay about the same. Look how much better JEP-I does at protecting capital. Now, iSpy did have more total return though. This plan, if you're expecting any kind of protection of capital, this is not going to be it. It's going to drop like a rock when the market drops. But yeah, it can work out. It can work out. Okay, Mark's saying, I think VIX stay elevated for a while remains a good time to buy, but you still have to pick the right ETFs. Great advice, Mark. The thing is, and when VIX is elevated, even though that sucks because it generally happens at times of more market instability, it also means that you guys that are writing puts and doing the will and you're doing cover calls and stuff should be getting more premium. A VIX at 18 pays more premium than a VIX at 12. Or, you know, so I mean, the good news is your option trade should be making more money. The bad news is your stocks might be moving around more, of course. All right, so Rex has an auto callable coming out tomorrow. ATC, I saw that. Same as CAIE, but laddered daily instead of, oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to take a little while. Oh, SSO. There you have it. SSO. Thank you so much. SSO. And what was I trying to compare it to? I was trying to compare it to, we were up here, Mate, of course. Mate. Well, Mate still does better than double leverage SPY. Yeah, Mate's looking good. And it's not really, it's not really double leverage, but it is giving you, but I think it's fair to compare it with something that's levered. But heck yeah, because it's not really just a pure leverage strategy. It's also trying to make money. Well, so when they say they're going to layer alpha on top, to me, it means they're going to layer in, they're going to buy extra of the ones that have extra momentum. So, but the whole index isn't levered, I guess. The way they're doing it, they're going to have 100%. They're going to buy the index and then layer in alpha. So they're going. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's making SSO look bad. Golden and SLVX already on X Fund's webpage. Well, isn't that great? Let's go look. Let's go look. Let's see if we can figure out what they're doing. I was going to look at the holdings. We'll download the holdings and we'll see if they have any yet. No, okay. They'll put them on after the bell or they put them on today, and at some point the website will be updated tonight and we'll be able to look later. Yeah, good advice. Andre, how are you doing? Andre's in the house too. I didn't notice you slipped in. Yeah, 13 of you guys here. Lucky 13. All right, so what else are we going to talk about? What else are we going to talk about? I was hoping this bar chart would just give us a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I just don't feel like talking about options. I mean, but in theory, though, we could do, I mean, an option influencer ought to be. Jackson, what are you doing? Okay, he's just chewing a squeaky toy. Okay. I thought he was whining, but he's just chewing a toy that squeaks. Yeah, in theory, this should be a gold mine of information. I mean, like hymns, you could buy some hymns at 16 and then go out 58 days and sell an option for 14 and get virtually all your money back. I mean, doesn't guarantee you're going to make that 14, but you get to keep your hands on it for a little while. All right, let's look at all stock or not stock analysis. Let's look at something. Oh yeah. Well, I was going to show you something else, but I'm not going to. I was going to hang out. All right, so let's do this. So I do want to show you stocktools.app/Max. This is really good. I think I'm getting catfished on Twitter. I was going to show you, but it's not a big deal. All right. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so this is 1 month. Let's look at 1 week. We looked at 1 day at breakfast or lunch, whatever that was, mid-morning. We'll look at 1 week. Hey, Jackson. Here, hang on a second. Hey, chew on this toy. Chew on this toy. No, Jackson, chew on this toy. He wants the one he's not supposed to chew on. Jackson, chew on this toy. Come here, give me a kiss. Thank you, Jack. You're such a good dog. You're such a good dog. All right. Jackson, just take it then. Gosh darn it. All right. 1 week results. Marnie, number 1. Abney, number 2. Winter, number 3. Crash. Now, I wish there's a way to sort these just for diversified ones, because like I say, I really just don't even care about these single stock ones. I don't want to encourage people to use them. I mean, but on the other hand, you guys are grown adults. You can use them if you want, but the first diversified one is TLTI. That's made of a basket of bonds. And that did well today and beat the underlying. Great job. It's by Dio, so it shouldn't surprise us. The next diversified one is Chippy from Yield Max. Did a great job. Then Renty. Rental has been hot lately, or REITs have been hot because of people thinking that interest rates are coming down. And then we have Neos's version of the similar strategy, I guess. They probably, I mean, it may be different, who knows, but it's a similar underlying. Let's just say that it's real. They're both real estate. The strategies are probably pretty different, really. But in any event, they're both up about 1% today. So that's good for both of those. I don't care about MS2. Bondi, that one is diversified. It's basket of bonds. BRKW's diversified. That's had a good day. I already forgot what weak was. I remember I used to joke that weak was weak. But was that I think that was I forgot what that was. I think that was a bond portfolio, though. Let's go look at weak. Yeah, weekly T-bill, which I mean, so it's just not exciting to look at because it goes straight sideways. I'm not saying it couldn't work in a portfolio if you need some fixed income and you don't want to expose yourself to any basis risk. I mean, in other words, the risk of your investment going up and down. You just want the coupon. I mean, this T-bills are perfect for that. There you have it. Congratulations. You just made 5%. But that can really help. That could really help, and it turns your 5% into weekly payments. So more power to you. But it's just not that interesting to look at. All right. RSPA, that one's diversified. It's an equal weight spot, or I believe that's equal weight SPY, which I don't know why they're comparing it to the Russell, but you know, it's fine. I guess that's actually a fair comparison because an equal weight SPY is more of a value index because it's equal weighted. So you're taking the momentum out of it. So, I mean, I guess that's fine. Here's a way to think of that new fund. The new fund, I bet, is like RSPA, equal weight SPY, because it says it gives you exposure to the index. And then I bet you when it says we layer the alpha on top, the alpha could be the SPY itself. In other words, if you paired RSPA, the equal weighted SPY, and then you use leverage to buy the SPY, you would have access to the entire index, but you would have extra access or extra exposure to momentum or whatever. Or maybe what it means is it's combining the SPY by itself, which is exposure to the whole index. And then what it's layering on top is the SPMO, which is the SPY momentum, which is some type of momentum thing. Maybe that's what it is. But I think that's what they're basically doing on that mate. In any event, it just made me think about it when we're talking equal weight. Cash I, JEPI is a good diversified one. It was down a little bit today. All right. MAXF, heck yes. We need an ETF about how max for max returns. Not a bad idea. Or yeah, MAXF. Can never have enough marks in the house. That is correct. That is correct. Oh man. All right, guys. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. You guys want to talk about anything else? Put it in the comments. I'm glad Golden and SLVX are coming out tomorrow. Yeah, we have 2 marks. Oh, we have a red in the house. We have 2 marks, 1 red. Well, we have 2 marks and 1 Marcus. So 2 marks, 1 Marcus, 1 red, 1 Andre, a William, an Allen, and a Max. How about that? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back. Remember, the Daily Factor tonight is going to be on at the new time, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, and we're going to talk. It's going to be on Big Tech Tuesday. So we're going to look at Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, basically, because we did MicroStrategy and Bitcoin stuff last night. So we'll do kind of the rest of tech. Fish, what's going on with CLM? You're not happy? I didn't notice that CLM went down as much as it did today. Did it pay a dividend, or is there? Hopefully, there's an excuse for it or something. Gosh darn it! Yeah. All right. Well, is there news on it? I mean, let's look real quick. Well, that's 4 days ago, so that's. Huh. I mean, okay. So what does it say? Like I said, Cornerstone announces continuing monthly. Maybe they announced a lower distribution or something that people, Well, let's see right here. So they announced their future distributions. Maybe people didn't think that was enough, or Anyway, it's going to be 12. It looks like it's going to be 12 cents the next 3 months, and then 11 3/4. I guess we could figure out what that's coming to, but I'm guessing that may have something to do with that. That's the only thing I can think of that it has to be it, right? I mean, oh, okay, it's X day. Okay, so it is X day. It dropped even more than it usually does. I got you on that. I got you on that. Yeah, no, that's no good at all. That's no good at all. They drop more than the dividend pays. Yeah. Um, and it's the same rate. Okay, okay. Well, we got all the information now. Huh. Oh yeah, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that. I'm sure it'll be back. It's 4-star rate, been around since what, 89 or something. Hopefully it will be back, right? That's what we hope anyway. All right, guys, be here tonight. Big Tech Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. And I will, oh, yeah, don't forget, not financial advice, consult a licensed planner. And if you'd like to, you can always donate to the station right there. I appreciate it very much. Other than that, thank you guys very much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you at 7:30 my time, 8:30 your time for Big Tech Tuesday. We'll have a good show tonight. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon.